Workers, preca...
I will not. This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way...
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment, before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up...
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here, while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job.
So good.
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here? The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we step. 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. Too much, you might say. I can make them bleed any which way you want. Sure, think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in dexterous arts. What are you looking for exactly? A tapestry embroiderer? Sure, think it up. What good's an outlaw who can't command the shadows? I've dabbled enough to know I've an affinity for the darker arts. But I'm a quick learner. What's your preference? Sure, think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in here. Dexterous arts. What are you looking for exactly? A tapestry embroiderer? Can do. Onwards? Sure. Think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in here.
I don't feel so good.
Sure. Think it up. What good's an outlaw who can't command the shadows? I've dabbled enough to know I've an affinity for the darker arts. Sure. Think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in here. Dexterous arts. Can do. On.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Hello. You gonna pray all day, buddy? Stay down, you! Is that indigestion or is it... Oh God, not now. Stay down, you! Is that indigestion or is it... Oh God, not now.
Dallas, you maniac.
Stay down, you! Oh, I don't feel so good.
Where is he?
I don't feel so good.
We haven't changed a bit. Oh, Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this? Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this? Is that indigestion or is it... Oh God, not now. Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy? Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy? Oh, I don't feel so good. Dallas, you maniac. Stay down, you. Oh, I don't feel so good. Where is he?
don't feel so good. Oh, I don't feel so good. Indigestion, or is it... Oh God, not now.
The cat's eyes are clouded. The cat's eyes are clouded, its eyes clear. And
You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Dallas, you maniac.
She's gone, Father. Gone!
I told him no. Mama, Mummy's right here. Where are you?
Pipe down, Flora.
He hasn't
It's
changed
time
a
to
bit.
accept reality.
Always late. I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart.
Oh, I don't feel so
Flora, she ain't coming back.
No, exactly. No.
Pipe down, Flora. It's time to accept reality.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart.
She's gone, Flora. Gone.
Where is he? I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart.
Flora, she ain't coming back. Pipe down, Flora. It's time to accept reality.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always. I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Down, sweetheart.
She's gone, Flora. Gone.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart.
She's gone, Flora. Gone.
Come on, man. I can't wait all day. Mama, where are you, darling?
She's gone, Flora. Gone.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late. Mama, where are you, darling?
She's gone, Flora. Gone.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf. Why do you want to help one of them?
Gonna play all day, buddy?
Then you're in the wrong place. We run this joint, Griff's people, and we don't cozy up to oddballs. Gotta hand it to him. Elves sure smell better than us when they...
Gonna pray all day, buddy?
Bloody cavies. Too big for their boots as usual. They ought to keep out of our hair if they don't want to pay, you know. Elves, dwarfs, lizards, undesirables. Those of them that'll see the whole realm eaten up by the void world before they change their way. Bloody cavies. Too big for their boots as usual. They ought to... You're kinda getting too big for your boots, you know? Bloody cavies ought to keep out of this time, mate.
your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend!
I don't feel so good.
It isn't the words you speak, but rather that you speak them. Prophecy says that only our devotion will restore him to us. A murmur of prayer, constant as the ocean. So do I. By the divine, so do I. If Bishop Alexander doesn't rise, I don't know who will protect us from this. Some blame the Voidwoken for Alexander's failure to ascend. If all we sorcerers can be cured, then the bishop shall be free to rise. So chant the endless prayer.
Indigestion, or is it... Oh God, not now.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then I was... Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube. You. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body...
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. It was a shipwreck, all right. Not much more to say about it, I guess. Papa Joris used to tell me, Losa, he'd say, Losa, you ever find yourself in a sinking ship, follow the rats. They'll find you a way out. Applies to a lot of situations, actually. Vermin tend to know what's what. Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit hospitable. Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied. Now, isn't that just the question of the hour? I can't be sure just yet. I'll be surprised if it's a demon. Definitely not a sprite either. Maybe a spectre, but I wouldn't bet money on it. So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah, same story here. Reckon in my case, they might actually be right, though. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if... when push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be? sounds fine. So, yeah? Hey, wait a sec. It looks like you have all the company you need. Maybe another time, when you're a bit more on the lonely side. Till then. Hey there, old buddy, old acquaintance. Want to team up again? Hey, wait a sec. Till then.
It's gone, Farah. Gone!
I told him I'd known exactly. Didn't I?
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night he hollers after that child.
Irma!
You hear that, Farah? You got to cut that out. What's happened to ya?
Known her all my life. Her little girl Irma too. Farah was a straight shooting woman in those days, but now she's madder than a cuckoo and twice as loud.
What else do you call hollering after a ghost? That child of hers she's shouting after has been dead and buried a month over. Killed by a void woken back in our home village. Never even stepped foot before Joy. And there ain't no amount of hollering that'll bring her back. She don't listen to reason. Maybe you'll have better luck than I. If I have to hear calling after Irma another day, I might lose my head. And there's not a soul here who'd blame me.
Please, please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. My baby. Oh, bless you, bless you. She's been missing for days now, and not a single soul. Irma's her name. She's about as high as your hip. Black of hair, a quiet. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. I turned from her for one moment, and she was gone. Left her doll behind, too. It's so unlike her.
I told him I'd known
This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there speaks unutterable evil, but I can't move away from him. What if Irma comes back and I'm not here? Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what I call her. My little chicken.
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me. You are an angel. Truly you are. Irma, where are you, darling?
She's gone, Farah. Gone!
Where is he?
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
She's gone, Farah. Gone!
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
She's gone, Farah. Gone! That's it. I call court. Pay up. She's gone, Gone.
You there? I'm looking for an inmate. He wears a large bronze ring with a dragon stamped into it. Name of Migo. Have you seen him? Useless. It is a very important matter that I locate this Migo. Tell me if you hear mention of him.
Greetings, child. I find myself in your so-called divine lands, yet I feel his absence deep in my heart all the same. No disrespect, eh? I'm used to calling all the Divine's offspring that way. Absent though our father may be.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy. Looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First, chuff to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshie. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. I'll be having your fee then. I'm sure the Reds told you. No one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Empty your pockets. Don't think your connections will get here in time to save you if you don't pay up now. Go on then. Whatever pennies you've got in your pocket ain't worth my breath. But don't you go telling Griff I was soft on you. Another inmate, but you wouldn't guess it. Runs this place like he's Dallas herself. Shouldn't be too hard to find him in the kitchen. He may even have work for a strong back like yours.
What are you after, Pipsqueak? Complain to Griff if you don't like it. See how long you keep your ears stuck to your head.
Huh? What are you doing here? Thought Griff had you making the rounds inside.
Oh, hey, you're right. You look just like Christoph, though. But I reckon he was got rid of. Now that I think of it. And time sure flies.
Griff's right hand, Topsy.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe. As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops her hands from her throat and starts hyperventilating.
Ben Mist! Ivan! Ben Mist! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer!
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue chest of this round.
What of it? Yeah, what of it?
Ah, grab it in your gobblers, the both of you.
Don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No.
Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Keep him away!
Respect to Griff's right hand, Topsy.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
Guards! Guards! Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster Ben Mist away from me.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Oh, it won't budge. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue chest of this round.
She breathes deeply into the pouch and begins to calm.
Thank you. You. Thank you for your help earlier. I needed it. Guards! Guards! It... Stay back. Keep that monster Ben Mist away from me.
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? They're all I got left after you buddies were through with me. That's so. Huh. You look just like 'em. But then again, I never was the best at telling your kind apart. Nope.
When another divine arises, will Source change back? Why hasn't Alex out? Did you say? That's what happened, isn't it? Bleeding snake. Not that nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure. Keep her name out your mouth, how about?
Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Don't feel too bad. Fella had no decency. If you don't have that, you don't have anything to live for.
He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up...
I'll be with you soon, love. I'll be with you soon, love.
He taps hammer to nail and doesn't look up. I'll be with you soon, love. He taps hammer to nail and...
Bastard.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
And you? Where do you think you are, snake-face? Palace grounds? But if it's a good gutting you're looking for, I'll be glad to bash in another lizard's brain.
Healing!
A little respect for Griff's
The
right.
woman is scrapped as she catches sight of you.
Ben, best keep him away from.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat as though...
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing the life from me. It won't.
She breathes deep.
Thank you. You.
Source is so dangerous. What in his death monster?
Stay back. Stay back. You monster fetch.
But why? When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers?
Ho ho! It comes to that so.
Why hasn't Alexander?
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. Advice? Hold on to yourself, my friend. The fort is full of decent folks turned savage by confinement. Do not let it happen to you. Goods? Ah, yes, of course. Have a look. My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why? We've used Source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend to divinity? We cannot continue like this. I fear it will be quite some time before we find any answers at all, my friend.
This place has made you cranky. Perk up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about.
Leave me be, Sam.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better off.
Leave it, Sam. I won't say it again.
Come on, chap. Don't be unreasonable. Better even to puke yourself to death than get purged, don't you think? You should be happy for greed.
What did you say?
That's what happened, isn't it?
Bleeding snake.
Now, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure.
Keep her name out your mouth, how about?
Easy now, old chap. It isn't my fault she's dead. God, the smell, though.
I'm gonna give you one more chance to shut that ugly mouth of yours.
Goodness, but this place has made you cranky. Perk up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about.
Leave me be, Sam.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better off.
Leave it, Sam. I won't say it again.
Come, old chap. Don't be unreasonable. Better even to puke yourself to death than get purged, don't you think? You should be happy for Greet.
What did you say?
That's what happened, isn't it? Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not...
Oh, for the love of Lucian...
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss off. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladier's lip.
She never did like you. Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand. He nods at you and turns back to his... The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul. Only a coward will let someone talk about their soulmate like that. Maybe it is murder. Maybe not all killing's as bad as the rest, though. Maybe they're onto something then. Maybe we do belong here.
He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, the love of my life. Gret. She passed in the night. Something in the stomach.
He tenderly runs a hand along the coffin's side.
If she were here, she'd tell me this plank is crooked. Chastise me for using warped wood on her final bed. Then she'd laugh and kiss me. Just here.
The man holds a hand to his cheek for a moment. He turns from you, lines up another nail, and...
I'll be with you soon, love.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
A duel? Where do you think you are, Snakeface? Palace grounds? But if it's a good gutting you're looking for, I'll be glad to bash in another lizard's brains. to none. What in his death caused him? To avoid Woken are attracted to Source. But why? When another divine arises, will Source change that?
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead. Not an attempt, mate. Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance. It's stabbing time.
I need aid.
Show yourself.
Sense something nearby.
He taps hammer to nail.
I'll be with you soon, love.
He taps hammer to nail. He taps hammer to nail and... The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet.
Bastard. thing about you and I, Gretty.
He taps hammer to nail and... He taps hammer to nail and...
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead. Them that pay the bills, of course. I'll be a rich man when you're 6 feet under. Time's up, Your Highness. It's stabbing time.
He taps hammer to nail and...
It's stabbing time.
Glory is mine!
Mine. I'm ready.
Damn nuisance these assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really.
I'll be with you soon, love.
be with you soon, love.
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it. Dozens, I should imagine, but if we're talking about the ones that came after my exile, this would be number 5. Well, that was rather fun, wasn't it? I do find it ever so invigorating to cut a cutthroat's throat. Oh, one gets used to this kind of thing so quickly. This is hardly the first time someone's filled some poor fool's purse and bid him kill the prince. I'll tell you what, though. Whomever wants me out of the picture will have to do a lot better if they seek to get the better of me. All those bumblers they've sent so far mark a mere insult to my swords. Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead.
And out, and in again.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but as you approach, she turns to...
Haven't seen you around here before. Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. Takes a while to get used to the place. You here alone?
She gives you a laugh.
You keep them friends of yours close, eh? Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better. It's nothing. If I haven't learnt that by now, I haven't learnt anything at all. Used to be I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers, then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the Reds didn't take me too. Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name. Waiting and remembering.
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan, he was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix. He was an expert healer. Could fix a broken bone in a short minute.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home. Joy radiates from her as she remembers. She places a warm hand on your shoulder.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. A family recipe. One of Felix's best. He'd be happy to know it went to such a warm soul. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one. You won't regret keeping those friends of yours at your right hand. I brought my own share of knowledge with me from the get.
Patience, Mal. Patience.
Cockle, clam. Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. Ah, your tongue is not my tongue. Elves speak of here and now, not then and when. These words strike us strangely. We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. We are the same material, you agree, so tell me your tale. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find. I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. Power. An old ambition. I have a token. Power comes from strength, and strength comes from growth. These seeds sprout. So does the iron in your spine. It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather. Cowrie, cockle, clam. Tides in and out and in again. Patience, Mal. Patience. Patience. Cowrie, cockle, clam. Tides in and out and in again. Cowrie, cockle, clam.
Patience, Mal.
Coloured like a dog. A very pink, very long dog. I'd pity you, but Shaka the Ineffable has no patience for weakness. Laughing in the faces of my enemies, of course. Little do they know, the most powerful sorcerer the world has ever known scuttles on their very shores. But of course, they'll happily dump your maggot-ridden corpse into the sea when they're through with you. Sorcerers dance while magisters pull the strings. Fools all! Their tomfoolery won't save them from the destruction the void shall wreak upon them. This power is my birthright, same as yours, but one of us has grown to astounding heights, and the other has sunk into depths too humiliating to describe. Pity. Ha! Of course, precious. But when is worse, the cure of the disease. No, meatbag. Bow before steps are the ineffable. Bow before it's too late. May the void within consume their joy, their misery. No, meatbag. Bow before...
You see, he'll touch it all day long. And combs it out all dilly-eyed day.